How's it going, everybody? Mason and Shelley here with Just Adrift, and we are coming to you from Lima, Peru.
That's right, we're on day 2 of our quarantine, and today we're going to talk about all the things that you need to know if you are wanting to come to Peru right now. So this will be tips and tricks. We're going to go over the list and then we'll go into detail.
So the list as of January 4th, 2021 of things you will need to get into Peru are, of course, your passport, a printout of your negative COVID test result, a printout of the Affidavit of Health and Geolocation Authorization, a printout of your accommodation reservation while you're in your 14-day quarantine, and then information about a departing flight to leave Peru.
You obviously have to have your passport, but the important thing to note is that you need at least 6 months until your expiration date to get into Peru.
Next is the COVID test results. So according to the U.S. Embassy to Peru, you need to have within 72 hours from the time of your boarding the plane, you need to have a negative test result that is either a PCR test or an antigen test. Right. So next up is the Affidavit of Health and Geolocation Authorization. So for that one, we're gonna jump onto the computer, I'll show you the form, and we'll talk about some things that might make it a little bit easier for you to fill out. Okay, here we are. We are on the website for the U.S. Embassy to Peru. The address is right here, and we'll put it in the description below if you just want to click on that. There's tons of great information here, and you should reference this website multiple times during your trip planning. But for now, we're specifically going to look at the affidavit. You can find it here. We'll click on that link and it will show the person search. Assuming that you are a resident of the US, you'll come up here to ee.uu. Let's see where it's at. There it is. And I'm gonna put in PAS for passport as your type of document, and then I'm just gonna put in ones here and make my birthday January 1st of 1980. All right, so then the affidavit itself pops up and you're ready to fill out this form. There's two areas for last name. I just put my last name here and then left that blank and then went to first name from there, and I was good to go. It didn't have an issue with that. For country of origin, of course, I put the U.S. And then for destination department, destination province, for both of those I put Lima. And for destination district, I put Miraflores, because that is where our Airbnb is that we will be staying in for the next 3 weeks. So 2 weeks for the quarantine and then an additional week to hang out and see the sights. Put in some personal information here, including your number and your email. One thing I will tell you is that for your cell phone number, you do need to put in a space here. It'll ask for 8 digits, and you'll need to put in, the normal 7 digits that you would put in for your main phone number with a space in between, and it'll accept the space. All right, so when it comes to personal itinerary, again, staying in Miraflores, I put Lima here, and then for the district, I put Miraflores. Means of transportation, I took this to mean how are you getting from the airport to this space, which is going to be a cab, right? So I put it land transportation here, and I didn't put in a transportation company, and it didn't have an issue with that. For hotel, I put in Airbnb, the word Airbnb, and then address, I put in the address of the Airbnb, and then I hit add here. Assuming you are not a resident of Peru, you'll want to hit this, which means non-resident alien. So just click on that. And then information of the quarantine right here. So again, I just put in Lima here. Lima here, and then Miraflores. Boom. And then the address of the Airbnb. For this, I put Shelley's information in. Again, there's 2 spaces for last name, but I put her last name, her first name, and then all of this information. Asks you about symptoms and illnesses. We have none of those, thankfully, so I didn't put anything there, and hit add. You keep on doing a lot of the same from here on out. The address and isolation, again, the Airbnb address, the name of the person you're going to be with in isolation. The one thing that I do want to go back and tell you is that in this area, not for the personal itinerary, I did add another address because we're planning on going to Cusco after Lima. So since I already made that reservation, I put in a second destination. So I put in the information for Cusco, again, Airbnb and address, because that is what we did. We booked an Airbnb and then added that. So it will let you add a second address. Just wanted to let you know about that. Finally, fill out this information. It's self-explanatory. Check these boxes, hit register, and you're good to go. This can be a little weird at first. I looked at it for 30 minutes before I typed anything just because I'm always concerned about putting the wrong information down on a government form. So if you do have any questions, again, just please let me know in the information below and I can do whatever I can to help you fill out this affidavit.
So next up would be your accommodation for your 14-day quarantine. So this can be a hotel or an Airbnb, but you just need to have your address of where you're going to be staying, and the custom agent actually also asked me for my host's phone number as well. So they want to know that you have a plan and that you have a place to stay. And finally, if you are not booking a round-trip ticket, be sure to have a printout of your departing flight and date of when you'll be leaving Peru in order to be able to get onto your current flight. And they need to see this before they'll even let you get on the plane.
Well, that's it for us, guys. Hopefully this list, as well as some of the details, tips, and just general information, help you plan your trip to Peru in 2021.
Yeah, leave notes in the comments if you have any questions or you experience something different. But safe travels, and we will see you tomorrow.